YouTube followers and random people that find this video. Really sorry I haven't put out a video. Don't think you've missed it that much. I made a video and had it all edited out for the race, for the Thunder Valley, the last race of the Thunder Valley circuit that I race in, and something happened to my phone. I'm not really sure what, but it ended up a bunch of my videos got deleted and the video did not happen. So sadly, it just frustrated me. So I stepped away from it and focused on other stuff and didn't focus on making a video. So I'm gonna make one right now. It's gonna be like kind of chintzy. I mean, whatever. Just talk about a few things. As you just saw, those are the runs that I had that I captured, and there's a couple other ones in there. Just kind of added in to show you what we race at the Thunder Valley circuit. So not a huge ton to update, I guess. I mean, there's always stuff to update. I got my lineup here, camera around. Boom, there they are. So I had to rob a couple parts off from this one. I had a lawnmower come in that needed a coil, and coil on this one fit. For those of you that have never seen this before, this is the Jason, my mower, hot rod mower. This is going to be an ice racer. This is a friend of mine built this. It's got a custom fabricated kind of like a live rear end in it. It was all stuff he fabricated on his own, all the brackets, the axle. He's got it running off from the 205 Peerless. It's got dual sprocket system, so it's pausey, and this thing rips. If you go down into my videos, there's a compilation of this playing around. It used to have that hood scoop hood on it and matching gray fenders. I like the looks of these, and where I'm going to ice race it, I didn't want to bang up those because they're sentimental. It's got the dual tailpipes on it. It's running the opposed 19 horse IC platinum. Yeah, it's kind of torn apart right now. I had to rob the coil off from it and a few other things, but I'm going to be ordering some parts from this one when I can gain back some capital. Been kind of like buying lately, so trying to save some money. I'm going to do I think like a 3.5 inch pulley on the back, and that's it. I mean, the gearing he's got set up for that rear end is pretty perfect. I had a 2.5 on it and it ripped. I'm pretty sure a 3.5 will still rip. So yeah, like, share, and subscribe, for more of that content. The more followers I got, the more I'll take time to make some of these videos, especially specialty ones like that. We bought this a couple weekends ago. This is a birthday present for our son. Needs work. I gotta rebuild the front end, adjust the brakes, and get the governor throttle dialed in so that a 12-year-old won't kill himself on it. This thing rips. It's a pausey rear end. It's got the live rear end, but it runs off from, it's got a solid shaft, and it absolutely rips. It's got a 301 Predator on it, and it's geared pretty well. I really, this is annoying. I put this on here to protect him, and it's great, but it is just the noisiest friggin' thing. I think I'm going to throw a few more screws in it, or bolts in it. Maybe it will help it out. I got to do a little adjusting. The chain did loosen up a little bit, and sadly it leaks a little oil because the base is cracked. But happy birthday to you. He's going to love it. This is Jolene. there she sits until I can get some extra time. But we're not racing until next spring, so you know, I got plenty of time. Of course, the the hood is definitely a little frigged up after it decided to just take off on me. I got to the end of the track on my last race, which was believe the first clip that you see in this video. Right after I went across the finish line, that hood just took right off and I ran it over by mistake. But it goes good. And need to tweak a couple things, like you've heard in maybe a past video. The wheelie bar needs to come up like 2, maybe even 3 inches. And I need to get also a 3.5 inch pulley for this one. I think that's what I'm going to try out, in a new belt. Need a new belt for that one as well. But yeah, it was great season. As you see in some of the past videos, this thing has like changed 2 or 3 different times. Is no longer the base model Poolin that it started out as. But looking forward to tweaking this one more and more to fit to be more of a competitor in the small mod class. This is the kind of like abomination mower. I got it for free. It mows well, but I wanted this this hood, so I swapped hoods because I ended up using that instead of that one on that mower. So I used this hood to just cover it up, because this thing runs great. It's got I can't remember what, oh frig, anyways, it's got a lock on it. It's not really a lock, but it's definitely on there pretty good. But yeah, that mower runs good. And there's my Boland's big frame. I need to, basically the only thing that needs is to tighten the starter generator belt. She loosened up on me. I hadn't used it in a while. I went to turn it over and she just sat there and spun. So I just rolled it over here. There's been just a lot of other stuff demanding my attention. I had to redo the chicken pen over here because the stupid chickens were getting out and going and bothering the neighbors. And I built the kids a fort. You can see over there, they wanted a, and got a new duck coop going in there. Poor Mariah four-wheeler needs love, won't start. I don't even know. There's just always so many projects. So that was the personal stuff out here. Well, no, there's one more personal thing. Got this 4Trax 125. Got it torn apart now. I just got the carburetor, the new carburetor. I'm going to throw it on here probably in the next day or so. Get it fired up, make sure everything works the way it should, and then I'm going to tear it all down and sand the frame and, you know, get all that rust off from there and try to build it back up. It's not going to be anything, you know, super fancy restoration, but, you know, I'm not going to do the rims or anything. I just want to get it looking better. This may be a Christmas present for my daughter. I haven't really decided yet. Depends on how well it runs, and kind of, you know, among other things. But yeah, that's the kind of the last personal project. This is kind of what I've been doing for the business. Got that that little pit bike thing, 50cc. I think it's a 50cc, and it's an animal. $300 you can get these things for brand, you know, get them brand new, like $300. It's called a 6-moto, and it's basically you know, what you would think a small chainsaw engine that's all souped up would sound like. That's about what's on it. Let me start it up for you. Thing is an absolute animal bike. As far as the price goes, for a littler kid, I mean, this thing rips. Just friggin' rips. Watch. yeah, I got the customer coming to pick that up. All that needed was just a couple adjustments and new pull cord cover, and she was ready to go. I cleaned the carb on it. This one here is kind of special. It's a Windjammer motorized bicycle. I'd never even seen one before, and supposedly it was on a yacht. It hinges right there and actually folds right up. You can put it in a small car. It runs pretty much a weed whacker engine on it. This one, the auto, I guess you call it auto gearbox, is seized up in drive. It's like direct drive right now, so you can't start it with the tire on the ground, but it starts and runs great. It's actually kind of cool little bike. Yeah, see, put the tire on the ground, it stalls right out. So just waiting back from the person that originally distributed these. I got their number, and because they don't make these anymore, I just had a couple of questions about the setup on these that I wanted to ask before I call the client back and, you know, see what they want to do. I think I'm gonna end up taking that gearbox off and taking it apart and just cleaning it out, seeing if I can't get it to work properly. But if not, I'm hoping maybe the fella that gets back to me has a part number or something, so I can get a direct fit. If not, we'll get creative, because it looks like I'm pretty sure I've seen these on eBay. We'll get it running, because the guy that brought it here, it doesn't belong to him. His son actually, they felt like, you know, it kind of broke. It doesn't work right. It worked right when it showed up, so they felt like, well, we probably should fix it. Oh, sidebar, personal thing. I was so excited the other day. I got this one for free, and I had this Boland's BL110 right here that had the like plastic blades on it, and I friggin' hated going around the house like that. And this one came in and had the exact head to go with the twine, so I was pretty stoked about that. Put that on there, weed whacked like crazy for a couple days. Check this sweetheart out. Now it says a 112, it's not, it's a 110. It's a 65. There was only about 15,000 of these made in 1965. And this one's in really good shape. Had a spark issue. I figured that out. But the solenoid is bad and the carburetor needs to be cleaned, but I'm pretty sure that I'll be tomorrow working on this and getting this running again. The guy that owns it's a wicked nice guy. Sadly, fiberglass hood, they always break, so that one's broken. He switched out, I don't know what the deal worked out. The 110 had a better hood on it or something, and he switched it out, which is really too bad. He should have kept the 110 hood on it. But yeah, so pretty excited to work on that. Friggin' Amazon frigged me over once again with I was trying to be cheap, and every once in a while I get good and get the right belt, but they friggin' sent the wrong belt. That's the one that goes on it. The one they sent is way too big. Ugh. So holding off on this. This white, though, it turned out to be a nice little, you know, flip project. And if anything, if I can't flip it, I'm going to just mow the lawn with it, because it mows awesome. It's got an opposed twin Briggs on it. And it mows nicer than my old zero turn did, honestly, as far as making the lawn look nice. But yeah, that's about it. I got a bunch of stuff for sale. Sadly, this friggin' Craftsman kind of shit the bed on me. It runs, it just, the gear, the everything below the engine is pretty much messed up and kind of beyond the point where I want to put time and effort and money into it. Just wouldn't make a good profit flipping it. So but I did get this one running. This Ariens is for sale. I'm pretty sure my daughter's mother's gonna buy it, because she's got a pretty steep driveway, and I think this would work perfect for her. But I got rid of just about everything else. I still got the Scott mower. Everybody's was kind of worried because it smoked a little bit on startup, because whoever had it had stored it with the carburetor side down, kind of upside down, and the oil leaked out into everywhere where it shouldn't be, and it just smoked a couple times. And I mean, it runs great. I don't think it smokes anymore now when you start it up. I replaced the drive wheels on it. It's been a good mower. I've mowed the, yeah, see what I mean? Just a tiny little bit. I mean, the rings could be going, I don't know. It's friggin', I mean, it's an old lawnmower. Perfect. I was only asking $100 for it. Self-propelled, it works great, but just didn't go this season. So still got the rototillers, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Got my generator. I am selling this. This it's just like a Power Boss 2000. I just got the new pull cord cover for it. So that'll be up for sale soon. That probably will sell pretty quick going into winter. Make a perfect camp generator. And then pretty much the last thing we can look at here is this yard machine. This is a special edition. It's got the 18 horse IC Briggs & Stratton on it, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be my first mud mower. Well, not my first, because I had mud mowers when I was a kid, and a teenager. But this one's going to be my first adult mud mower, purpose built. And I'm just going to pretty much build it for, I think I'm going to build it so it would go through some pretty good terrain, but build it so the kids can play around on it, you know, where it's hydrostatic, it's easy to drive, they can kind of get used to it. I mean, I learned how to drive on a tractor, so I think about all kids should. But other than that, cut a bunch of rotten trees down, and that's it. So thanks for sticking around for the video, if you stuck around. If you didn't, you wouldn't be hearing this, so I won't say that. I won't say the thing I was gonna say. But anyway, like, subscribe, share, and just send it. Thank you all.